Your cat is doing something to you every single night while you sleep, and you have absolutely no idea it's happening. Cats are weird. Like, genuinely, scientifically, confusingly weird. And if you've ever woken up with your cat's paw on your face, or worse, their whole body on your head, you probably just laughed it off, took a photo, and posted it. But here's the thing, that's not random. That's not your cat being clumsy. Your cat is doing that on purpose. And once you find out why, you're never going to look at your cat the same way again. So here's the situation. You're sound asleep, totally knocked out. And at 3 a.m., something warm and slightly damp presses against your cheek. You open one eye. It's your cat. Just sitting there, touching your face, staring at you like you owe them money. And you're half asleep thinking, what do you want from me? I fed you, I gave you water, I even bought you that expensive treat you ignored for 3 weeks. What is this about? Well, there are actually several reasons cats do this, and some of them are incredibly sweet, some of them are a little creepy, and one of them is honestly just your cat being a little bit dramatic. Let's get into all of them. The first reason is the most obvious one, and it's also the one cat people love to talk about. Your cat is marking you. Yes, like territory. Cats have scent glands all over their bodies, on their cheeks, their paws, their forehead. When your cat presses their paw or their face against you, they're leaving their scent on you. They're basically saying, this human is mine. Which sounds possessive, but honestly, that's how cats say, I love you. If you've ever noticed your cat rubbing their head on you during the day, same thing. They do it more when you're sleeping because you're completely still, you're not going to move, you're not going to mess up their process. You're basically the perfect target. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You've probably heard that cats are independent animals, right? That whole thing where people say cats don't really need you the way dogs do. Ignore that. It's not fully true. Cats actually form really strong bonds with their owners, and one of the ways that shows up is in behavior at night. When you're asleep, you're calm. Your breathing is slow and steady. You're not on your phone, you're not moving around, you're not being loud. To your cat, you are the most peaceful, safe version of yourself. And cats love that. They want to be near that. The second reason is warmth. This one is simple. Your face and neck are warm.
Cats are always looking for warm spots. If you've ever seen a cat sleeping on top of a laptop or sitting right next to a coffee mug, it's the same thing. Your face at night is just a warm spot that happens to be alive. Congratulations, you're a heating pad with a heartbeat. But here's the third reason, and this is where it gets a little more layered. Some cats touch your face because they're checking on you. I know that sounds like I'm giving them too much credit, but there's actually something to this. Cats are incredibly sensitive to changes in breathing patterns. When you're in deep sleep, your breathing changes. When you stop moving, when you go really still, some cats get a little anxious. They'll come over, touch you, maybe press a paw on you, just to see if you respond. If you move or make a sound, they're satisfied, and they go back to wherever they were. If you don't respond right away, some cats will even start patting you more urgently or meowing. Your cat might literally be making sure you're still alive, which is either the sweetest thing you've ever heard or the most stressful, depending on how you look at it. The fourth reason is attention. And look, let's be honest about this. Cats know exactly what they're doing half the time. They learn very quickly that touching your face gets a reaction. You wake up, you pet them, you maybe even get up and feed them. You have accidentally trained your cat to touch your face by responding to it. Every single time you opened your eyes and said, "Oh, what do you want?" and then gave them food, you reinforced that behavior. You did this. You're not a victim here. You're an accomplice. And the fifth reason is something a lot of people don't know. Cats communicate a lot through scent and touch, and they actually do something with the people they trust that they don't do with strangers. They slow blink, they head bunt, they knead, and yes, they touch faces. These are all social behaviors that cats normally use with other cats they feel safe around. When your cat chooses to do any of these things with you, they're treating you like one of their own. That's not nothing. That's actually a big deal in cat world. In the wild,
Cats don't just walk up and touch the face of another animal unless there's serious trust there. So when your cat presses their little paw on your cheek at 3 a.m., they're not annoying you. They're telling you that you're safe.
Here's the thing that really got me when I learned all of this. We spend so much time trying to figure out what our cats are thinking, what they want, why they do the things they do. And most of the time, the answer is way simpler and way warmer than we expect. Your cat isn't being weird or random. They're communicating all the time. Every little behavior has a reason behind it. The face touching at night isn't just some quirky cat habit that you post on social media. It's your cat saying, "You're mine. I trust you. And I'm going to check on you because I care about what happens to you." And honestly, for an animal that people always say doesn't care about anyone, that's a pretty big statement. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about, because some cat owners have the opposite problem. Their cat doesn't do this, and they're watching this thinking, okay, does my cat not love me? Does my cat see me as just a staff member? Why isn't my cat doing the face touch? And here's what you need to know. Not every cat shows affection the same way, just like people. Some cats are very physical and want to be on you all the time. Some cats show love by just being in the same room as you. Some cats will sit across the room and stare at you for an hour, and that is their way of saying, "I adore you." If your cat isn't touching your face at night, it doesn't mean they don't have a bond with you. It might just mean they show it differently. Maybe they follow you from room to room. Maybe they always come sit near you when you're sad. Maybe they bring you their toys. These are all the same thing, just different versions of it.
So, to wrap this up, your cat touches your face while you sleep because they're marking you as theirs, because you're warm, because they're literally checking to make sure you're alive, because you accidentally trained them to do it, or because they trust you more than almost anything. And usually it's a mix of several of those at once. These animals are more emotionally complex than most people give them credit for. They're not cold, they're not indifferent, they just speak a different language. And the face touch at 3 a.m., that's one of the nicest things your cat knows how to say. If you want to understand more weird things your cat does and why, watch the next video.